Let's be honest, have you ever felt like your phone is listening to you? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the powerful, and let's face it, kind of mysterious, world of digital ads to see what's really going on. You know the feeling. You're just scrolling through your feed, minding your own business, and bam! There's an ad for something you were just thinking about. Is it magic? A crazy coincidence? Or is there a seriously complex system working behind the scenes? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down.
Okay, so to really get how these ads work, we have to take one tiny step back and talk about what marketing even is. Because it's not just about selling stuff. At its heart, it's about one single powerful idea.
Right, here's the official definition from the American Marketing Association. I know it sounds a little academic, but hang with me. Just focus on that very last word, value. That one word is the key to this whole entire thing.
This little diagram just nails it. You see, whether a business is creating a product, communicating a message, delivering it to you, or exchanging it for money, every single one of these steps is all about providing value. If that value isn't there, the whole system just falls apart.
Now, for decades, getting that message of value out there was pretty straightforward, but it was also super inefficient. And then, well, the internet came along and completely changed the game. And this just shows the shift perfectly. Over on the left, you've got a classic newspaper ad. It's basically shouting one message to thousands of people, just hoping it connects with a few. But on the right, that's your social media feed. That's not shouting, that's a conversation. It's a message that's been tailored, targeted, and delivered directly to you. So, in today's digital world, we often look at it through this thing called the PISO model. You've got your owned media, which is stuff like a company's own website. Then there's shared media. That's all the user-generated content on social platforms. And earned media is like getting a great review or a news article written about you. But today, we are zeroing in on that fourth piece of the pie, paid media. This is the engine that makes social media go round, and trust me, it's where things get really, really interesting. So, how in the world does a platform like Meta decide which of the millions of ads out there to show you at any given second? Well, it all comes down to this lightning-fast, super high-stakes auction. I love this analogy. Facebook is an auction house. Think about that. Every single time you open your feed, an auction is happening in milliseconds, with thousands of advertisers all bidding for your attention. So who wins? It's probably not who you think. At the heart of this whole auction, you've got this tug of war. The advertiser, naturally, wants to show you their ad first, and they want to pay as little as possible. But Meta's goal? It's to show you ads that are actually relevant to you, ads that create a positive experience. Why? Because that's what keeps you on the platform. To balance all this out, Meta's algorithm creates what you can think of as a winner's bracket. And to even get in the running, an ad needs three things. It needs a competitive bid, sure. It also has to be super relevant to its audience. And, most importantly, it has to have high ad quality. And here is the real secret. You just can't buy your way to the top. The most important factor, and the one that advertisers have the most control over, is ad quality. This is exactly how a small business with a fantastic ad can beat a giant corporation with a massive budget.
So what is this ad quality score anyway? It's not just one thing. It's actually a mix of 3 different rankings that Meta is calculating for every single ad that goes through its system.
Let's break down these 3 pillars, because once you understand these, you'll understand exactly why you see the ads that you do.
It all starts here with the quality ranking. And this is a direct comparison. Meta literally looks at your ads, the image, the video, the words, and it judges its quality against all the other ads that are trying to reach the very same people.
Now, an ad's quality score can drop for some pretty obvious reasons, like blurry images or bad grammar, but it also gets dinged for more subtle things, like negative comments, or if the ad links to a website that's so slow, people immediately click away, which Meta can totally track. Even showing the same ad to the same person way too many times will hurt its score.
Next up is the engagement rate ranking. This one is all about action. Is your ad interesting enough to make people actually stop scrolling and do something? Likes, comments, shares, clicks, all of these are signals to Meta that, hey, people actually find this interesting.
And engagement just plummets when an ad is shown to the wrong people, or if the content is, well, just boring. A weak call to action or an ad that just feels way too pushy and salesy is going to make people scroll right on by. And the third piece, which you could argue is the most important part of the whole puzzle, is the conversion rate ranking. This is the ultimate test. After someone clicks your ad, do they actually follow through? If your ad promised a great deal on shoes, do they actually buy the shoes? This tells Meta if your ad really delivered on its promise.
Think about it. An ad can have amazing pictures and get tons of clicks, but that conversion rate will tank if the person lands on a confusing website or has to deal with a super complicated checkout, or if they discover the prices are just way too high. And a huge one these days, if the site doesn't work well on a phone, that's a deal breaker.
Okay, I know that was a lot of theory. So how does this all come together in the real world? What does a winning ad actually look like? Let's run through a quick cheat sheet.
To really succeed, an ad has to have it all. You need an eye-catching creative just to stop the scroll. The text needs to be clear, simple, and get straight to the point. The headline has to scream what makes the product unique. Using the right call to action button is also huge, like choosing Shop Now instead of Learn More if you want a sale. And finally, that positive social proof, like great comments, that builds trust, and trust is everything.
In the end, it all comes back to that big shift we talked about, from broadcasting to conversation. An ad isn't just a billboard anymore. It's the start of a dialogue. And in this world of endless digital noise, the algorithms are designed to reward those who have something valuable, engaging, and honest to say. So the real question is, are you saying the right thing?